athletes. 200 used to be his best event, a bit like Kung Fu Kenny here, if you like, but Jona, like Kenny, is pretty swift at the 100 meters as well. Then Fred Kerley. Kerley's going to be in lane 5. One of the quickest men over the 100 meters, but that talent that he has at the longer distances will stand him in good stead, surely, in this Grand Slam. Needs to do go well in this 100, though. Huge reception.
It's going to be hard to compete with this.
Yeah. Oblique Seville. Is he ready? Akeem Blake, another. He's run a 200 already this year, and a new personal best over the longer distance, so that might stand him in good stead here. And then the Liberian, Joseph Fambele, he's going to go in lane 8. Olympic finalist in the last 2 Olympic Games over the 200 meters. So we got Jones in 1, Lindsey in 2, Hughes is in 3. Then in the middle, Bednarek's 4, Kerley right in the middle in 5, Seville in the orange in lane 6. Then Blake, his teammate next to him, and Fambele in lane 8.
Set.
Bednarek gets a good start. Fred Kerley just got left a little bit, also going well as Lindsey over in 2, but it's Kenny Bednarek, and then look at Seville right through the middle. Seville is going to just about, no, he does it, or does he? That is as close as you want to get. Seville has got the tape around his chest, but Bednarek might have hung on to this. We're going to wait for the photo finish. He's got it. Kenny Bednarek has been given it. 10.07, 10.08. He got out well, didn't he, Bednarek? And then after that point, Seville comes and he starts to charge through. And then at the end, though, maybe the strength, the 200-meter strength, if that is a factor in the 100. But he stayed strong, he stayed good, and he comes out as the winner. Hughes takes third, 10.13, same time as Blake.
Kenny actually doesn't look happy. He reacted really, really well, but had a stumble that kind of interfered with his acceleration. I know that's what he's thinking about. And when that happened, you could see the Jamaicans kind of move through him in the acceleration phase. But with that 100-meter or 200-meter strength, I mean, someone like that's going to come through at the end. Fairly even reaction-wise, but as you can see here, kind of lost his footing in that acceleration. Now you can see him fighting to get back in. He's definitely not going to be pleased with that, but if you're just faster than everyone else, if you're able to relax, you'll get back into the race. Yo, it was a lot closer to that replay than I thought. As we've seen the rail cam here, you can see in the acceleration phase, Akeem Blake moving through a lot faster. And Oblique coming through in the latter part of the race. He probably thought that he had it. Battle of the Headbands coming through at the end. But Kenny did come through with the tape to secure that 100 meters. For him, going into the deuce, that's huge. So,
yeah, that's significant, isn't it? He takes 100. Kerley, nowhere really. We said that 10.2 clocking. He was even slow at 10.3. This was into a headwind, incidentally, minus 1.3. Not as windy as it was earlier in the evening, but that's...
The racer's Grand Slam meet delivered high-octane excitement, especially in the men's 100-meter sprint, which proved to be one of the night's standout events. The race assembled a stacked lineup, featuring stars like Fred Kerley, Terrence Jones, Courtney Lindsey, Jona Efoloko, Akeem Blake, and Oblique Seville. But it was Kenny Bednarek who commanded attention, clinching a nail-biting victory in 10.07 seconds during what turned out to be one of the meet's most gripping contests. Jamaican speedster Oblique Seville was just a breath behind, stopping the clock at 10.08 seconds. Only 0.01 seconds off Bednarek's mark. The finish was so tight that officials had to rely on a photo to determine the winner. Despite a challenging headwind of minus 1.3 meters per second, both sprinters managed sub 10.10 performances, reflecting their impressive form. Though more often associated with the 200 meters, Bednarek proved his capability in the shorter distance. Even with a slight misstep at the start, he quickly found his stride and resisted Seville's late burst. The race was a major crowd pleaser, earning the nickname Headband Showdown among fans. Elsewhere in the field, Jona Efoloko edged into third place with a time of 10.13 seconds, narrowly beating Akeem Blake, who also ran 10.13. Meanwhile, Fred Kerley, widely considered one of the favorites, fell short of expectations, finishing with 10.30 seconds, far from his usual elite standards. For Seville, this race marked his 100-meter season opener. Although he didn't claim victory, his showing served as a solid foundation ahead of the World Championships in Tokyo this September. Not the start I was hoping for, but it gives me a good read on where I'm at, Seville remarked post-race. I'm not worried, there's still a long way to go before Tokyo. At just 24, Seville is already a veteran of the global stage, having reached an Olympic final and played a key role in Jamaica's bronze medal 4x100-meter relay team at the World Championships in Budapest. With a career best of 9.86 seconds, he's widely seen as a genuine medal threat when in top form. Later in the evening, Seville also lined up for the 200 meters, where he placed fifth, but stayed upbeat about his progress. "There's plenty more in the tank," he said. "I've got more races lined up and I know I'll keep getting better." As the road to the World Championships intensifies, both Bednarek and Seville seem to be sharpening their skills. Their early season clash offered a thrilling preview of what's to come, highlighting the fierce competition and elite performances building toward Tokyo. The energy inside the National Stadium was electric, peaking as Seville's name rang out across the venue. The passionate cheers of the Jamaican supporters added fuel to his performance, and even though he narrowly missed out on victory, his strong finishing burst signaled promising form. Fans and his support team remain certain that the best of Seville is still ahead. On the other side, Bednarek's triumph made a statement. He's no longer just a 200-meter specialist. He's a legitimate force over 100 meters too. With epic duels like this setting the tone, the lead-up to the World Championships promises drama, intensity, and must-see action. Every race now doubles as a crucial test, not only of physical readiness but of mental strength. As the season moves closer to its climax in Tokyo, the spotlight only grows brighter.